This is a really wonderful chance tonight because it's an opportunity to learn a little bit, if you like, to lift the petticoats of this wonderful French opera comique and see a little bit of what's underneath. This opera comique, opera bouffe, has never been performed here. And yet the French themselves value it, cherish it, love it, respect it. When it was first performed, it was a year after The Ring happened. So Wagner was in the ascendancy. And Chabrier was a remarkable personality, very charming, very gifted, with a wonderful sense of humour, rather thick-set. He came from Grenoble, down in the Auvergne, rather broad-shouldered, rather apparently stubby, not very beautiful hands, but he could play the piano like a demon. He played the piano so brilliantly himself, in a very experimental way. All this quality and personality you will find in this score. It's quite extraordinary, the colour that it has. People say to me, but what's it like? Am I going to like the music? Is it like anyone else? No, it's not. But the idea of l'étoile came from the moment when he was introduced to the two men who were working on an Oriental plot. So it was fortuitous. He had very little reputation at that time. Until he died, 4 years after his death, somebody wanted to do something for Chabrier's memory. And they put it on again. And it was a success. And it had little revivals in different cities. But it was really in 1941 that there was a marvellous performance in Paris, I think for one of his anniversaries, brilliantly cast and conducted, and that set this lovely piece going again. And in the last 20 years, as perhaps some of you are aware, it's had many, many performances in Europe, in all sorts of different theatres, and at last it's coming here. Now, what is it, this opera bouffe? Is there a difference between an opera comique and an opera bouffe? Well, it's to do with the plot. A bouffe plot seems to me to have a madness, a bizarre, zany quality that goes quite beyond a more domestic comedy or a more traditional comic opera. I don't want to tell you the plot, even if I could, because I want you, when you come, I want you to enjoy trying to piece it all together and watching and listening to it unravel. But basically, the idea is to present a series of strange and unexpected situations between 8 or 9 characters that come from different backgrounds and serve different purposes, and to throw them together. And when he got the libretto, he composed it very quickly because it obviously appealed to his sense of fantasy. And this fantasy starts right at the beginning of the very first act. There's a strange, I don't know whether it's in a street, I don't know where it is, but the gentlemen of the chorus are saying, we've got to be on our guard, you know. Our king, I'm not sure what's going on, we've got to be very careful. Our king is infiltrating into the people. Yeah?
Jeune homme, tu viens de gifler le roi.
Il a giflé le roi.
Je le répète. Jeune homme, tu viens de gifler ton roi.
Il a giflé le roi.
Le roi que tu giflas, c'est moi. Une pareille offense demande une prompte vengeance et sur l'heure tu vas mourir.
If somebody says, well, what's the music like? It would be difficult, listening to that music, to say, oh, it's just like X or it's just like Y. It's like Chabrier. That there's an elegance, a sensuality, a tenderness, a delicacy. And as performers, for all the comedy that we have to find the delicacy too, don't we? Don't you think, Christophe, that one of the things that's so hard for us to do is to get this huge variety of loud and soft, slow and fast?
Yes, this is the difficulty for this opera.
Christophe, you weren't always a singer in your life, were you?
I was an actor, yes, at the Comédie Française. This is a wonderful experience for me. It's necessary that I have the text and the comedy for the role.
True. And the other singer that I wanted you to hear, to get to know, and to enjoy, is responsible for some of the most beautiful music in the whole evening. And she is the princess, la princesse Laoula. These names are so lovely. Lazuli is for the young man, Laoula for the young girl. And she has the most beautiful music. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this lovely singer, Hélène Guillemette, is going to come and sing some of the completely not comic music to show you another side of Chabrier's genius, of his art. Hélène, come and join us. It is for us, poor Anglophiles, to hear this lovely language being sung so beautifully, so expressively, so confidently. My goodness me, the channel, La Manche, is not so wide, but the difference between our languages is immense. And it's so thrilling to hear the subtlety of this language performed by these two, but also by the whole cast. I mean, they really have a command of the French that is so beautiful, and I'm sure you're hearing that now. Well, there's a start, and there's just lifting the curtain. When you hear it again, you'll feel that you're just a few steps nearer the heart of it. And thank you so much to our two stars and to David, and good night to you all. Bravo. Bravo.